Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, 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 Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Dash. All right, first and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Dash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Bayis Shatabadad, the house of David. I'm Ayah Shatab with Men of Valor, Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, with another lesson. This will be the second installment for the lamb worthy of the sacrifice. All right. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into these scripts. All right. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and you Seminole Indians, you are the true children of Israel. All right. That the Bible speaks of. And you speckled birds whose father's line goes back to a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indian. 2/3 of the nation of Israel will perish and die for not believing upon the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, meaning he is, he exists. All right. His name is not Jebus. His name is not Yahushua, Yahuwah. All right. His name is not Jehovah. All right. His name is Yahweh. Bahashem in the name Yahweh Shai. It's like Yahweh Shai, meaning he saves, he delivers. All right. He's salvation. All right. Not Jebus Christ. All right. Bahashem in the name yet again. All right. Or Chakwadash, Holy Spirit, or Spirit Holy. All right. And this is the name that we pray on. 1/3 of the nation of Israel, once again, hey, we'll see salvation on this side for believing upon those names, the testimony that is given of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Through the prophets. And now Baratazah we be those men. All right. And 2/3 of the nation of Israel will perish and die. But that 1/3 will be saved. All right. For believing upon the testimony in the name. 2/3 will perish and die for not believing upon that name, nor following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. But without further ado, yet again, let's go ahead and get into these scripts. All right. This is going to be in the book of Deuteronomy. It's going to be chapter 8. Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse 11. And it reads, Beware, beware that thou forget not. Slacky, beware that thou forget not Yahweh, thy power, and not keep his commandments and his judgments and his statutes, which I command thee this day. Right. So Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said, hey, the nation of Israel, forget not what I tell you this day. All right. Forget not what I tell you when I took you up out of the land of Egypt. All right. But 2/3 of the nation of Israel, and the nation of Israel really as a whole did forget. All right. Because, hey, we were being chastised. All right. So it was necessary for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which is a part of the curses. All right. We would forget who we are and whose we are. But now we are being brought back into remembrance of who we are and whose we are. Let me continue to read. This will be the book of Deuteronomy, again, chapter 8, and going to verse 12, and it reads, Lest when thou hast eaten and art full, and hast built good houses, and dwelt therein, and when thy herd and thy flock multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast in is multiplied, then then thine heart be lifted up, and thou forget Yahweh thy power, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. Right. And we forgot our power. The nation of Israel forgot their power. How? Hey, through believing on these false gods, through believing in these days, for them believing on themselves. All right, believing that they did it all themselves. All right, that they, I'm self-made. I do everything by myself. I don't need nobody to tell me nothing. Can't nobody do nothing. All right, I am my own God. all right, for having that vanity and that pride. All right, Israel has always had that. All right, hey, it'll go, through the lessons you'll go on to find that out. I'm gonna read verse 15. And it reads, "Who led thee through that great and terrible wilderness, wherein were fiery serpents and scorpions, and brought where there was no water? Who brought thee forth water out of the rocks of flint?" Right, Yahweh saying he is the one that has done it. All right, but you care not, Israel. 2/3 of the nation of Israel care not for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's laws, statutes, and commandments. It's going to be the book of Deuteronomy. It's going to be chapter 9. And I'm going to start at verse 23. And it reads, Likewise, when Yahweh sent you from Kadesh Bamar, saying, "Go up and possess the land which I have given you," then ye rebelled against the commandments of Yahweh your power, and ye believed him not, nor hearkened to his voice. Right, here it is. Yahweh has told us to go and take the land, but we hearken not. We believe not Yahweh as a nation. All right, we believe not the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, showing that we have always had that stiff neck about us. We have always wanted to sort of follow after 2/3 of the nation of Israel, especially, always wanted to follow after that. Hey, you know what? I'll be fine if I do me. All right, I can believe what I want to believe. Okay, 24, and it reads, "Ye have been rebellious against Yahweh from the day that I know you." All right, and how long has Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai known us? He has known us from the beginning. All right, from the beginning, we have shown rebellion unto him. Okay, we have shown it. You can find that in the book of Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 4. All right, from the beginning. All right, Israel was always that promised seed, but you have always been rebellious. All right, Israel. So Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai had to correct our rebelliousness. Okay, is not Yahweh the Father of all spirits? But the spirits that he cares about and who his soul delighteth in is the Israelites. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. Okay, it's going to be the book of Exodus, chapter 32. And chapter 32, and it's going to be Salakia. Chapter 32, and it's going to be starting at verse 7, and it reads, "And Yahweh said unto Moses, Go, get thee down, for thy people which thou bringest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, These be the gods of Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt." Right. Israel, this is what you did unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's laws, statutes, and commandments. You placed them behind you. Okay? And being that we as a nation place those laws, statutes, and commandments behind us, all right, we are all chastised for it. Whether we we be those men, all right, men who are out on the highways and byways, all right, teaching, listening, and learning, we're the ones that stood up for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You men, women, and children who believe upon the testimony. 2/3 of the nation of Israel, because we are a nation, we are still judged. All right? We still have flaws within ourselves. But this is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's will, to chastise us, to show us, all right, that we we are nothing without him. Okay? And we are the judges, all right, of the universe. and we will judge correctly. All right, and these are some of the curses that befalled us because we disobeyed Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Let's go ahead and get that. Okay, it's going to be the book of Deuteronomy. It's going to be Salakia. Deuteronomy chapter 28. But what did Yahweh Hashem Yahushai? Salakia. What did Yahweh Hashem Yahushai say in Deuteronomy chapter 11? All right, set before you this day a gift and a curse, a gift you obey and a curse if you disobey, and go and follow after other gods. Okay? Hey, that gift and that curse, we're in that portion of that curse. All right, for the disobedience that we had shown unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, this is going to be the book of Deuteronomy. Salakia. Deuteronomy is going to be chapter 28 and verse 64. And it reads, "And Yahweh shall scatter thee amongst all people from one end of the earth unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither their nor their fathers have known, even wood and stone." All right, so this is your modern day Christianity. All right, believing on Jesus Christ. All right, hey, believing on Buddhism, believing on Catholicism. All right, believing in Mecca. All right, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai did not give us these gods. Okay, continuing on, this is verse 65, and it reads, "And among these nations shalt thou find no ease." All right, wherever the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians are scattered, there is no ease even for the speckled birds. All right, you still have to suffer more afflictions than any other nation, any other people. Why? Because you're under the curses. All right, if you find yourself in a lowly case, if you find yourself having just your daily bread, or not even your daily bread, all right, and your daily bread being a substance you're gain, all right, money's to be able to pay your bills, okay, being able to make, as the world said, ends meet, okay. Continuing on, "Neither shall thou sole of thy foot have rest." Right. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians have no rest. You constantly have to be on the move. You constantly have to figure something out. You constantly always have to work. All right. What's that other saying in the world? Hey, you don't work, you don't work, and you die. All right. The Bible tells you if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat. Okay. But you have no generational wealth. You have nothing to pass on to your children's children. Okay? You are living paycheck to paycheck. All right? You cannot save anything. All right? And especially with the cost of things, of this hyperinflation going up, it will get worse for you tribes. All right? You children of Israel. Yasharel. All right? Continuing on. "But Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling of heart, and falling of eyes, and sorrow of mind." Right. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said, "I will give you a trembling of heart." All right. Your mind will not be right. Okay. You will always feel some type of way. You will always feel that loneliness. All right. Because if you don't have Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, it doesn't matter what man or woman is next to you. All right, it doesn't matter how many children you have. You still have a certain loneliness in your mind, in your heart. All right, your heart is your mind. All right, you have a certain loneliness that you cannot repair or get over. All right, because you are without your power. You are not in order. You are made to be a peculiar, special treasure unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. The entire nation of Israel, all right, is meant to be holy. All right. Even the 2/3, but right now it's only about the 1/3 coming back into remembrance. All right, so the 2/3 can be born through the elect, the loins of the elect, of those 144,000 elect men. All right, and the multitude of the men, women, and children of the nation of Israel, the 1/3. Okay, And let me read that again, starting at the break, and it says, "But Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling of heart, no stability in your mind, trembling, always worried, always got to figure something out yet again, and failing of eyes, always looking down, not have your head lift up to the sky. All right, failing your eye, failing in your focus. All right, you don't know who you are, whose you are. You can't see where you're going. Okay, and sorrow of mind. All right, always sorrowful. Okay, I just don't have enough. I just don't have it. All right, wishing that you would have it. All right, but hey, you have what you need. If you hearken unto the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, he will give you everything. Okay, it's gonna jump down. Okay, to Salakia 66. Going through 66. Excuse me. And it reads, "And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee." Right, your life hangs in doubt before you, day in and day out. All right, especially if you live in the ghettos and the barrios. All right, especially if you have any sense about yourself. All right, and take pride. All right, take pride in being who you are. All right, and being and knowing whose you are. All right, hey, having pride in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is your protection. But if you're just a prideful two-third, a prideful so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indian, all right, that pride tends to lead you into a bad case. That pride tends to get you shot. That pride tends to get you, beat up. All right, get your substance take, always losing job or something, trying to show that you are something. Having pride to carry yourself with some dignity. All right, you tend to get put on the bottom. All right, because you follow after your father, the devil. John 8:44. All right, your pride gets lifted up. You are a part of this world. Okay, and the only way that you don't receive that type of hell, if you sell your soul, if you sold everything. Okay, if you care and hearken not to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, if you believe on that you're an atheist. Okay, if you believe in these other false religions. All right. Jumping down to verse 68, and it reads, "And Yahweh shall bring thee into the Egypt again with ships." Egypt again. All right. Egypt is bondage. You are in slavery again. All right. You remember that saying of the world, we are all slaves on a new plantation. Your slavery, all right, became your slavery from Egypt became the slavery and the bondage here in the Americas. All right, the northern and the southern kingdom, all right, are in captivity still to this day, because this devil, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is unjust judge. He put his own people in slavery as well. Just put them a step above the rest. All right, but this is an unjust judge. Okay, let me continue on. I'm going to read it from the beginning. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. "And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way thereof I speak unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. You shall see no more again Egypt, but you shall see this bondage." All right, not Egypt of old, but new Egypt, Rome 2.0, aka Babylon, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Egypt. "And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." All right, you shall be sold to bond. You shall be sold for bondmen and bondwomen. All right, were you not sold during the Atlantic slave trade? Are you not sold today? All right, don't you have a social security number? As all this information is coming out, are you not just cattle? All right, are you not just a sheeple, the goyim? All right, you continue to be nothing but a product that is for sale, Israel. All right, and you are not supposed to be for sale. All right, you are the sovereigns of the universe under Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, You have that protection. All right? But if you don't know who you are and whose you are, hey, you will not get to receive the kingdom of heaven on the first go around. You will not understand that you are a peculiar treasure unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and that you are favored. You are a favorite. The nation in itself, all right, the nation of Israel is the favorite of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But the 1/3, starting first and foremost with the 144,000 elect men, Yahushai, King David, the 12, all right, and the rest of the men of the 144,000 are the favorite, all right, of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and then the rest of the multitude of the then the rest of the multitude of the 1/3, men, women, and children who believe upon the testimony on the go around. All right, so it is a hierarchy, all right, that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has set up, that Yahweh has set up, all right, how he chooses to love us, but nevertheless, he loves us. All right, let's go to jump down to the book of Deuteronomy. It's going to be Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 25, and it reads, "Then men shall say, because," let me start up at 24, and it reads, "Even all nations shall say, wherefore hath Yahweh done this unto the land? That what meaneth the heat of this great anger?" All right, why is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai so mad? All right, why is he so mad at the land, and why is he so mad in general? Verse 25, and it reads, "Then man shall say, because they have forsaken the covenant of Yahweh, power of their fathers, which he made with them when he brought them from out of the land of Egypt." Who did he bring out of the land of Egypt? He brought Israel. All right, he brought you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and you Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. He brought you out of the land of Egypt. All right, so he is angered with you for your disobedience. All right, continuing on, verse 26, for they went and served other gods and worshiped them, gods whom they know not, and whom he hath not given them. And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against the land to bring upon it all the curses that are written in the book. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai put these curses on us, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. All right, and you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. I'm going to go ahead and continue to read. "And Yahweh rooted them out of the land in anger and in wrath and in great indignation, and cast them into another land, as it is written," Slakia, "into another land as it is this day." As it is this very day, we are still in the land of our captivity. We are still in the land of our enemies. We are still in the lands that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has scattered us abroad. Okay? We are all over the world, Israel. We look like all the other nations, Israel. This is a curse unto us. All right? These curses shall befall us. All right? For not hearkening and obeying to the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? Therefore, we were chastised for the disobedience shown unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, time after time, again and again. All right? Hey. As it is this day. All right? And Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. This is part 2 of a lamb worthy of sacrifice. All right? And I want to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listen learning, and to the Bias Shadabadat, the house of David. Till next time, I say Shalom, Wad, Abal, Babal, Kwame Asherah. Shalom.